Good day, traders. How are we doing today? I want to teach you briefly how to apply contracting flat. Okay, how to apply contracting flat. Of course, if you have watched my video on corrective structure under Elliott wave theory, you will see that a contracting flat is a very tricky type of corrective structure to be used. And of course, I even reiterated the fact that we should be careful on how we trade contracting flat, because there's possibility of structural modification. Okay, because contracting flat can change to another type of flat corrective structure. Okay, that's what we are going to do this afternoon briefly. All right, so of course, for every impulse, you are going to see a correction. Okay, and there are different types of correction that you are going to encounter while you trade. Okay, and flat corrective structure can be a regular flat. Okay, it can be an expanding flat, it can be a contracting flat, and it can be a running flat. Okay, for a regular flat, you can see it this way. It goes down. Okay, for an expanding flat, you see an impulse 1, 2, and 3. It goes down. Okay, and then the third type of flat is what is called a running flat. Up, break it down, cannot get to the top, boom. This is a running flat. And the last type of flat, which I'm going to discuss with you today, is what we call a contracting flat. Up, cannot get to the down, cannot get to the low, and made a boom to the downside. This fourth type is what is called contracting flat. This is contracting flat. Why I usually tell my students not to trade contracting flat or a running flat is that this running flat, there's possibility of it changing structure to expanding flat. And just look at it this way. If this one, you just push it a little, it has become this structure. So at times, if you say it's going to go down from here, it might not go down. It will pull up and hit your stop loss and transform itself to this type of flat. Okay, so, and again, this particular one, which is a contracting flat, can change just slightly, pull up slightly, and become a regular flat. So you don't want to be involved in that kind of a scenario. But we have gotten a proven method. Okay, I've gotten a proven method by which we can say with 90 to 95% certainty that this type of flat is a contracting flat and we can trade it. Okay, let me give you an example. Now I've given you the background, different type of flat, and then the one we want to work on, particularly this one, contracting flat. You see an impulse, you see boom, it cannot get to the low, it cannot get to the top and make a boom to the downside. It's contracting. Can you see as it's going, it's contracting, it's coming inside. That's why we call it contracting flat. All right, look at this structure, guys. When we analyze this, on a higher time frame, we wanted a bigger correction, guys, up to this level before we said. That was what we anticipated. Okay, but that bigger correction did not come. And instead, what I spotted was an expanding, a contracting flat. And what's the confirmation? I'm going to show you now. Can you see that here in the correction, you have a three-wave structure to the upside, you have a three-wave structure to the downside, and you have a boom. This is an impulse. Okay, so if I have to do the schematic of what I've just showed you here, is you have an impulse to the downside, you have three-wave structure to the upside, you have another three-wave structure to the downside, and this three-wave structure to the downside could not break this low, and then you have an impulse here which could not get to this top. Okay, this is what is called a contracting flat, guys. A contracting flat. Can you see? It's contracting. Okay, and then when it's done, you are going to see this wave back to the downside. All right, but at this point, how are we going to know that the corrective structure is over here? It's very simple. You are going to see an engulfing candlestick pattern here, a bearish engulfing in the case of a sell setup. You're going to see a bearish engulfing that shows that the correction is over here, and you're going to have a move to the downside. Look at it here, guys. Can you see these two? Can you see these two candlesticks? A railroad track. Can you see it? Indecision, bullish, bearish. Railroad track. Give me confirmation. Stop loss over here. Boom, to the downside. Can you see? That's how price move to the downside in line with the higher time frame structure. Higher time frame structure is bearish, and so we are having a corrective structure that is complete. That is a complete structure. Okay, so why are we not going to take it? That's why we took the sell to the downside, and in that case, the bigger corrective structure we were expecting, we had to just forget about it and took this trade straight to the downside. So that's how to, that's how to trade a contracting flat whenever you see it in the chart. All right, so that's it, guys. Please click the subscribe button, press the notification bell and share the content. Share it to as many as you can, and remember to press the like button so that YouTube can help us uh, give a lot of people this particular content. All right, thank you very much. See you next time. Peace.